Hello. Hello. My name is Olivia. I am a channeler, a tarot and oracle card reader, a creative doula, uncontrollable creator, and a writer, poet, and all of that. Today I'll be doing a reading for earth signs. This will be sun, moon, or rising, or if you have stelliums, like if you have a group of planets, especially like personal planets, the sun to Jupiter, that are in like the same sign, then I would check that sign out too if they're different from your sun, moon, or rising. Yeah, this could be for tropical or sidereal astrology because I'm not necessarily using like houses or I'm just kind of going through like collective energy. So just take whatever, if you want to take sidereal or tropical, and then if you want to take both, take whatever resonates for you. But yeah, this reading is for the earth signs. I already did the fire signs and the water signs, and it's been interesting. And this one was interesting too. So I have 3 Lenormand cards from my old Arabian Lenormand deck, 1 Lenormand card from the Grandma Baby's Black Gold Lenormand deck, and 3 cards from my tarot deck. And then I've really been with this reading, like doing a lot of like song divination. So I have 3 songs that are really helping give some context for the reading. So let's begin. I think I started off this reading a little confused. Well, no, I started off the reading, I turned on the song, and the first song was Baby I'm Yours by Breakbot. And it's, you know, it's like a real peppy song. It's a real like, you know, I'm listening to the song and I'm like, oh my God, are earth signs in love? And then immediately I'm like, it feels like they're in love, but it also feels like someone could be in loving energy and like, just like, you know, like obliviously, like, you know, just like having a great time. But like right after I felt that, I immediately was like, but what if this isn't what's happening? Like, I got the image of like someone who's like, you know, they're like bouncing around in love, but not even noticing that like they're not supposed to be there. Like, especially with the fact that the lyrics are like very like pleading. They're very much like, your wish is my command. What can I do to make my baby understand? Like someone, this song is like someone, left somebody and they're just like pleading, like, I thought I had it all together, but then when you left I realized I didn't. And someone just like even some of the lyrics is like, something tells me that I'm dreaming, I can see us there waving, unaware of problems that have a tendency to keep the truth confined far from our minds. So yeah, I was like bouncing to the song and I was like, oh my God, earth signs are in love. And then I wasn't really paying attention to the lyrics, but I was just like, but are they? And then I picked out the cards, the first 3 cards, and I get the fucking fox, and I get the fucking snake, and I get the book. And then at the bottom, I get the dog. Because I was like, oh, what's happening here? Is this about like wisdom and knowledge? And then I get the dog, which made me think, no, it's definitely a relationship. Like somebody. So this is what I'm getting. Either one, some earth sign is getting tricked, or like there's someone's getting like kind of like tricked, and like in the song they're like confused about like, oh, there's so many different ways you could think about this. either somebody's getting tricked, and so it could be dynamics of like, I'm gonna leave you to make you feel a certain way, and then I'm gonna make you like beg to come for me to come back, and just kind of like keep that kind of like back and forth going. Like, I'm gonna leave you to make you want to like beg, like, come back. Or it could be someone tricking somebody into coming back, like someone doing everything they can, like, what can I do to make you understand, like, but I don't know, because even in the song it said your feelings change like the weather. So whoever is like in this perspective of baby, I'm yours, it feels like that's the one that's getting tricked. Someone's being like really sly and tricky with them, like, I know exactly what to do to make you ask what you can do for me. You know what I mean? It's because the fox is deceit. Someone being like trickery and like ingenious, and like, you know, foxes, they're very sly and like clever. They know how to get what they want. And then the snake is literally betrayal. And I didn't want to interpret them that way, but then as this unfolded, I was like, yeah, no. The fox and the snake, that's not great. And then the book was just kind of giving me like, either someone, you know, I was confused, and I think the person in the song is confused. And so the book just gave me like, someone needs knowledge of the fact. Someone needs knowledge or has knowledge available to them for the fact that this is just not the move. So that could be and I'm going to give a bunch, this feels like a reading where there's a bunch of stories. And so as I'm telling these stories, if something doesn't resonate with you, like if you're like, that's not my story at all, just, you know, don't take it. Another aspect of the story was like, maybe someone being like trickery and ingenious so that they can have this like secret knowledge. I also got so yeah, that was one end of it. So that was one end of it. There's like this tricky, like sly energy. And maybe with this Baby I'm Yours song, it's like, maybe that was like the past, and so this person is now out of that situation and still thinking like, I'm yours, what can I do to get back? And maybe this reading is sort of a way of saying like, don't do it. And I think it's also part of this reading is saying, you are too smart and have too much knowledge and experience behind you to want to keep like wanting to go back to something that cause the song says like, you were the clock that was ticking in my heart, changed my state of mind, but love's so hard to find. So it's not even like a real love song. It's like this ticking bomb, and it's like, you changed my whole state of mind, but you know, love's hard to find, so I'm just gonna settle. Then it also says like, your feelings changed like the weather, went from clear to gray on that cloudy day. How can I go on with that bomb in my palm, with that bomb in the palm? Love's so hard to find when someone's on your mind. Yeah, and then something tells me that I'm dreaming. So yeah, it's like needing to listen to that knowledge that you're like smart enough and clever enough to know that, like, this whole song is, he's like literally saying like, I know, but I still am like, I'm yours. That's how I'm seeing it. So then I got another story. So like there's the next song was Local Joker by Maxo Kream, and this song was basically like Maxo Kream going through like what he used to do when he was younger, like all the like sort of like, you know, robbing niggas, I was roaching, trapping, rapping, now I'm global. I get paid to spit my vocals, I am not a local joker. No more sleeping on the sofa, crib in Cali, I'm bi-coastal, autograph and signing posters, I'm not a local joker. So it's just him going through like where he used to be. And also the local joker, I'm not a local joker, is also that kind of energy of like, I'm too smart for this, I'm too sly for this, like, I'm not a local joker, you can't just like, so maybe this was like with the energy maybe that you were in, it could be like past energy was this like, baby, I'm yours, and then now that you like get out of it, you kind of are gaining this, because on one end, the fox and the snake is like someone being clever and deceitful against you. On the other end, the fox is being very smart and clever and like sly. And you know, that can be, you know, on the polarity, it's like good or bad. Like, you know, being sly and clever is not always like getting over on someone. Or, I mean, there's just like, there's situations, I think like this Local Joker song is saying, there's, even if you have been in that spot, that's just a part of life. Like, manipulation just is. Whether it's manipulation with certain intentions that people might label bad, manipulation with certain intentions that people might just do, their intentions to just survive. It's like intentions plays a part in it, relationship plays a part in it, and so, and that's kind of like the archetypal look when it comes to the snake and the fox. Depending on what culture and depending on what perspective, they're just trickster characters. They do what they need to do, and I think that Maxo Kream song is kind of saying that I did what I needed to do. And I was clever and sly enough to do what I need to do to get to where I am now. And so maybe it's like, so on one hand, someone may be like in this situation, in this relationship where someone's doing that to you and you need to gather whatever knowledge and skill you have to either get out of something or get over something, or yeah. Or it could be a real love song, maybe doing what you need to do to get back into something. Maybe you did do something sly, slick, and clever, and you want to get back, and so you have to do something sly, slick, and clever to get back, you know? It's just using that type of energy to get to wherever you need to go. Yeah, because it could be like a story of like, you changed my state of mind, because I wrote love that makes you feel like you've won, like your mistakes, difficulties were worth it, and like soon like you outsmarted life, like you did what you needed to do to be able to like feel deserving or worthy of this type of love that you're in, and maybe you did something to get out of it. Like you did something sly, slick, and clever and they left you, and you have to do something sly, slick, and clever to get back. Or maybe the person is doing something sly, slick, and clever to you, and you have to just get past that and focus on what you need to focus on. So we have young staff. The nice lights make it, you know, clear, so you can see these like really dark cards. And young staff is represented by Tupac in this deck. So that's the similar, like, you know, Tupac is this card is like saying like rising above the bullshit, basically, like using the mind to like put out different fires, like more of that clever, slick energy, the big personality and big energy. Like young staff has a big personality, lots of energy, and knows how to rise above. It's fire and air, and it describes it as like an air balloon. So like having enough fire to rise above and then keep afloat, like keep high above. So like having the right mindset in order to channel that like creative energy into something that's not going to like be like a betrayal to somebody, or like trying to keep the intention to not like betray people. So it's like channeling that sly, slick, clever, like smart energy, intelligent energy, ingenious energy into something creative and not necessarily like trouble. I don't know. Because the local Joker song is making me think that, because he's like, I went from here and now I'm like global. I'm not a local Joker. So it's like thinking bigger. You know, you gotta think big, bitch. And then the other song was Sunshine by Cleo Sol. Only love will save you this time, hopelessly fighting to escape your mind, and nobody can help you in this foreign land where loneliness can keep you down. Sunshine, you make me feel alive, little more, just a little more. So again, this could take me back to the story of like wanting to get back in someone's good graces, especially because we have the Ace of Cups here. So this could be like trying to get back into a relationship, trying to like be clever and creative and have this like newfound spirit and drive and personality to like get back into someone's good graces, to get back into like love and a relationship. Because it says, in my eyes, nothing's equal to your grace. Living honestly can teach you about pain. What are you living for, purpose or blame? As long as there's tomorrow, the sun will rise again. So this also reflected on the idea that you like having a love that's so graceful that it makes you want to change your whole being, and genuinely wanting to like do that. Genuinely maybe wanting to like using your mind to channel your energy into something that is more beneficial, more focused on love, more focused on purpose, and maybe seeing that because you've experienced it through love. And then needing to like, because it talks about living honestly can teach you about pain. And so the Ace of Swords is also about like expressing your deepest soul, exposing wounds that won't heal, that haven't healed. So having like vulnerability. And that's kind of what this local Joker song with Maxo Kream is too. He's like putting it all out there. I did this, I did this, I did this, and now I'm here. And so it's like putting it all on the table. So exposing wounds that refuse to heal, vulnerability. Then the last card is Seven of Staffs, which is about having courage and standing your ground. It's having courage, standing your ground, to be immovable, to maintain what you've built, So again, this could be, you know, channeling your energy into something more creative and purposeful. It could be going back to a relationship and being assertive. There may be challenges and disagreements that are calling you to be assertive. So whether you're on either end of the, either you're, you know, needing to be assertive because you are noticing that someone's doing certain things to try to get you back and you need to go somewhere else and like have that knowledge to see what they're doing, or you have to stand your ground in these challenges and disagreements and try to like work through it. Remain confident in your expertise. So yeah, it's just like there's a sly energy, and this is just the nature of like relationships in a sense. Like everybody's trying to, on some level, get what they want and need. And, you know, manipulation, me like moving this paper is me manipulating the paper. It's like manipulating energy. And we all learn to do that. That's what we do in relationships. And so it's just learning how to like do that honestly, with vulnerability, with like intentions that tend deal with like mutual benefit, so that like there's mutual benefit and collaboration and all of that, instead of like trying to get over on people. And when you are noticing that someone's trying to get over you, it's standing your ground to like do what you need to do to either like get away, get some distance, stand your ground and be more assertive in like your boundaries or whatever. Okay, the last card was Table. And this card was also talking about divine family, and like it's Table and it's family. Though we've been conditioned to feel and act alone, we're actually meant to forge meaningful relationships with those who deeply nourish us on a mental, physical, and spiritual level, transcending flesh, blood, and time. Are you surrounding yourself with divine family whose support aligns with your highest good? Have you given them the language to love you? Are they equipped to use it? And are you equipped to do the same for them? Lastly, be mindful of when you're being loyal to someone who is really meant to be a lesson. So yeah. So yeah, it's just like discernment and like having either receiving or having the knowledge to and that you have like the knowledge and the information and the ingenuity and the intelligence, the cleverness, the slyness to know what people are doing around you and what you're doing to other people. And so it's just paying attention to like, are they doing it for your highest good? Are you doing it for their highest good? Are you both like actually caring about each other? Or is this just like who can get over on who? Or is it just like about learning a lesson about living honestly? And is there a better way you can like direct your attention? Or maybe there's like, you were like that and now through love you're realizing you don't want to be like that, and so it's just being vulnerable about like, listen baby, I'm yours, like sunshine, you make me feel alive, let's work on this, do it. And genuinely, because I don't like when readers are like, oh, my collective, they never do anything wrong. Like, no, this could absolutely be you. And so like, check your intentions and don't waste people's time. Like if you're genuinely dedicated to like reaching into the depths of yourself, into vulnerability, into this like purpose in the depths of your soul, and like sharing those wounds and standing your ground on what you believe is important to you, then do that. If not, leave people alone. don't like be like, oh baby, I'm yours. Like, don't grovel back to people if you're not actually willing to like do what you need to do in order to not be a fucking menace to society. But yeah, if you want to book a personal reading with me, that information is in the description box below. I will be posting in the description box also these songs, and yeah, there's my email, there's my Instagram, and my TikTok, the different decks that I'm using. And if you go to my page, check out the fire sign reading, the water sign reading, and I'm about to do the air sign reading after this, so it'll be up though. But yeah, so thanks for tuning in.